Do they believe in heaven?
They believe in heaven. Yeah, they believe in heaven.
Okay, I got you.
But not the Christians' heaven.
Okay, they believe in heaven, but not the Christians' heaven. Do Christians have a heaven?
Oh, Christians believe they are going to Jesus. We believe we are going to Jesus. When we die, we are going to heaven, where Jesus is.
Okay, so do you think it's a Christian heaven, or it's a general heaven for everybody?
It's a general heaven for everybody, but except you follow Jesus.
Okay, so one has to follow Jesus before to get heaven, right? According to Christianity. What about the heaven of the Rastafarians, please?
Heaven on earth, you go to Ethiopia. Every being must go to Ethiopia. That is your heaven.
No, I'm talking about heaven. I'm not talking about Ethiopia, please.
Yeah, that is Rastafarian. Their heaven is there.
What is that? Please, I'm not talking about Ethiopia. I'm talking about heaven, oh, heaven.
Yes. If you read about Rastafarian, they say every being, every person, every human being must go to Ethiopia. That is the yeah. The heaven is on earth, not spiritual.
We papa we heaven, protect we all always from all evil. Government about heaven is a holy place, no sinking enter there. That are the message of the Rastaman them. Government about Satan baraba him no pay. Government about you have to turn Teddy. Okay, you have to turn Teddy. Satan bara but him no pay. Rastafarianism is a religion, or is it just a movement? We actually had a first section on this, and surely there's a second section with Brother Peter Polley, and today it's going to be hot on the show. Actually, we're going to ask some questions, and we're going to throw out a light on to certain stuffs, and they're going to actually help you as the Rastafarian, so you can be able to choose between your final destination. I'll be getting with me. Quick break, and we are returning. You're welcome back, beloved. You're welcome back. It's a new day, and we give thanks and adoration to the Almighty God. Brother Peter Polley is on the line. Surely, bro, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, bro.
You're welcome to Lost in Media.
Yeah.
Please, today we actually have the same subject to be treated. That is Rastafarianism, and I think you've already informed us that indeed it's a religion and all that. So you gave us a lot of educations in regards to Rastafarianism. Today we want to know whether or not Rastafarians believes in heaven.
Rastafarians do not believe in heaven. They believe in heaven, but not the heaven above.
Please, you said Rastafarians do not believe in heaven, and you are saying. Please, I'm coming.
They do not. All right.
You said they believe in heaven. They don't believe in heaven. And you are saying again, they believe in heaven, but the heaven they believe in isn't the heaven we Christians believe in. So do they believe in heaven?
They believe in heaven. Yeah, they believe in heaven.
Okay, I got you.
But not the Christians' heaven.
Okay, they believe in heaven, but not the Christians' heaven. Do Christians have a heaven?
Oh, Christians believe they are going to Jesus. We believe we are going to Jesus. When we die, we are going to heaven, where Jesus is.
Okay, so do you think it's a Christian heaven, or it's a general heaven for everybody?
It's a general heaven for everybody, but except you follow Jesus.
Okay, so one has to follow Jesus before to get heaven, right? According to Christianity. What about the heaven of the Rastafarians, please?
Heaven on earth, you go to Ethiopia. Every being must go to Ethiopia. That is your heaven.
No, I'm talking about heaven. I'm not talking about Ethiopia, please.
Yeah, that is Rastafarian. Their heaven is there.
What is that? Please, I'm not talking about Ethiopia. I'm talking about heaven. Oh, heaven.
Yes. If you read about Rastafarian, they say every being, every person, every human being must go to Ethiopia. That is the yeah. The heaven is on earth, not spiritual.
So okay, Ethiopia is it hanging in the air, or it's on this is this earth?
Ethiopia is not hanging. We all know Ethiopia. You can even take a flight and go to Ethiopia.
So what
That is the heaven of Rastafarians.
So what makes Ethiopia heaven? So what's their description, their idea of heaven?
Because that is where their deity they believe Haile Selassie was.
But Haile Selassie was there, and he should have been eternal being. Heaven is an eternal place according to the Bible, according to Christians. Heaven is an eternal place, and eternal beings are in heaven. Okay, God is eternal. God doesn't die. God lives forever. Okay, God is an infinite being. He isn't limited to our time and all that. Thus, if Haile Selassie isn't any longer living, he's dead and gone, what makes him a deity and what makes Ethiopia heaven, since that place is an eternal place?
They believe, you see, they don't believe that Haile Selassie was killed. They believe he disappeared.
He disappeared from where? He died, and it's in records.
Yeah, but they don't believe that records. Rastafarians, whenever you mention it, they become angry.
Oh, really?
How can you say somebody's deity died?
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Okay, so you see, like, I think people do argue this way, most especially when you have encounter with Muslims in regards to Jesus Christ. They tell you they believe he was a mere messenger, Rasul, and blah, blah, blah. But then they don't believe he's God because he died. How can God die? You get that? That's exactly what they ask. But we know of Jesus Christ. He indeed died on a purpose, and surely he was buried on a purpose, and he resurrected back to life. No human being ever died and resurrected back to life. That's exactly what makes Jesus Christ a deity. So Haile Selassie was put to death. He didn't even die a natural death. He was put to death, and he didn't rise back to life. So what makes Ethiopia heaven, an eternal place? What makes Haile Selassie an eternal being?
You see, why Rastafarians do not believe anything from the white. They say white Jesus, white Christianity, and all this. Everything must be from the black. And we blacks.
Is that really true? Because you know, like, I think most of the times when most of the time the white says the Christianity belongs to blacks, it belongs to poor people. Okay, and whites also says the Christianity doesn't belong to them. You get that? That's if Christianity doesn't belong to the white, it doesn't belong to the black. Who therefore, or who then does Christianity belong to? It tells us it doesn't belong to any human being, right?
It doesn't. Christian. We are following right. Generally, Christianity is for everybody.
Okay.
Is for everybody.
But upon Godwin, you're welcome. You're welcome.
You understand?
Yeah, you're welcome to the Zoom.
You can see that. You see, white people, they are telling, you see, some white people who are Bible scholars, they are telling them that they themselves, Christianity, they came and they have studied it and they have testified that it's for everybody. And even Jesus is not them.
Okay.
White people say Jesus is not white.
Okay, so have you ever, you know what, like they go by these popular ideas that in the Bible, Jesus Christ, in Matthew chapter 10, verse number 5, thereabout, Jesus Christ actually said that when he was sending the disciples, he told them not to enter into any land of the Shomronis or any land of the Samaritans or something like that, and but rather they were to go to the lost sheep of Israel. And I think the other time we were having a program, we were telling our addressees that we must all apply logic in certain stuff. Okay, in a normal way of living, we go by what is called induction or inductive logic. We start stuffs from somewhere and we end them up somewhere. Okay, the inductive logic implies that you begin from somewhere specific, then you ended up somewhere general. You get that? You get that? Somewhere specific to somewhere general. That is so. A thousand steps begins with a step. Okay, God began with Israel, and later on He he is welcoming all people around the world. So Jesus Christ at first said he came for Israelites, and later on in Matthew 28 verse number 18 through 20, he said his message needed to be spread across the globe. And also Acts chapter 1 verse number 8. So I got you. Jesus doesn't belong to the white, he doesn't belong to the black, he doesn't belong to the green, the yellowish, or whoever. He belongs to everybody. He's for everybody.
Everybody.
All right.
Everybody.
All right. I get you. So
I keep on saying that it's the slave trade.
Okay.
The way they treated us, the white people treated us. So whenever we remember, whenever we watch those videos, we see how people, man, that's when you see that people even
they indeed treated our ancestors or our forefathers shabbily. Yeah, they took them to the northern part of America, and I think they having a slave day in northern part of America, more especially Canada. They call it Black Friday and all that. They do celebrate what actually happened or what actually transpired when they were not living. Okay, what happened to our ancestors and all that. So I think it's true. Okay, we don't feel appalled for nothing, but then that doesn't really mean that all whites were our enemies. Okay, and just as I said in the previous section, some of the whites were seeking for our freedom. Okay, they were seeking for the slave trade to be abolished, or they were called abolitionists, and they actually helped with finding the actual entire Bible, and via the entire Bible they ascertained for sure that God doesn't endorse any slavery, but rather he tolerated slavery, and he created some procedure by which all these could be blotted out. That's the exact reason. The exact reason whenever Christianity enters into any vicinity or any area around the world, that place, their system of living and all that changes. You get that?
So you see, that is the problem in Rastafarianism.
Okay. So they don't believe in heaven. And okay, they believe in heaven, but they don't believe in heaven outside this world. They believe Ethiopia is heaven.
That is it.
That is weird. That is weird.
Heaven on earth. So if you see Rastafarians, they don't joke with anything from Haile Selassie, Ethiopia, and the rest.
Okay.
Joke with that it's like you are messing up with a Muslim with the Quran.
Okay, so I think it has an origin, right?
Yeah.
It has an origin, and it did originate from that area. Was Haile Selassie a Rasta man?
Haile Selassie, 1930 they started their religion.
Yeah, was he a Rasta man?
No, they are ascribing him as their deity.
Oh, okay.
It is never written anywhere that Haile Selassie was a smoker.
Okay. He didn't smoke.
Yeah. Where is it written?
Yeah, perhaps he smoked, but they don't put it. Oh.
Man, he was a great being.
So
let's say he was Haile Selassie was a hero.
Okay.
Not that I'm ascribing as this. He was popular.
Okay.
And with such people, everything about them, there were historians and people writing.
So he
around, they will write.
He with some African leaders helped in fighting against apartheid.
That is it.
Yeah, and they helped with gaining independence from the whites and all that. So he was a hero, but he wasn't any deity.
No. He wasn't any deity.
Okay.
And however, whatever he was doing, people will be writing about it.
Okay.
So for historical purposes.
Okay.
But it's Rastafarians, they are tuning their mind and taking some portion of the Bible.
Okay.
When the Queen of Sheba visited from Ethiopia, visited Jerusalem, King Solomon.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 and they are using it to just, it's like
politics. Yeah. I think I was even about to ask this question. They actually sees they actually says that Rastafarianism, that is HIM Haile Selassie, was the 225th restorer of the Solomonic dynasty. Is there any truth in this?
You see, it's false. All they are fallacies.
Okay, it's false, and it must be false because although it is written in the Bible that Queen of Sheba traveled all the way from Africa to Jerusalem, and she had wanted to experience or witness the wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah, and people do say that Solomon went into his room with Queen of Sheba and blah blah blah. Solomon was a man of women and all that. That's he would probably have sexual relation with Queen of Sheba. That's they had sexual relation, and so they even have a name for the son of Queen of Sheba and what is it? And Solomon. You get that? But it is not in any records. The Bible never stipulates anything like that. Okay, so it's yeah.
Well, even Bob Marley, who made a Rastafarian, even converted to become a Christian.
I don't believe this.
Today I'm throwing a challenge.
Bob Marley.
Everybody watching us.
Okay.
Go to the internet.
Okay.
Let them search. Did Bob Marley become a Christian before dying? 11 months before the death of Bob Marley, he converted to become a Christian, and the date is 11th May 1981.
Was he not forced into Christianity? Like if it must be true, was he not forced because he would never become a Christian? Bob Marley, propagator of Rastafarianism, the propagator of Rastafarian movement.
Do you think Bob Marley can be forced? Hey, Bob Marley.
No. I'm saying like maybe at that time, at that very particular juncture, he was an old man. Thus he couldn't reason well at all.
Bob Marley died. He died young. I think 40s.
Oh, really?
40s.
So how come he was able to abnegate Rastafarianism? How come? Because he was the propagator of the religion.
Oh, you see, this people are still following. Some people, before I told you of Voltaire, your previous video.
Okay. Voltaire, yeah.
Who was saying that Christianity was just a fiction.
Okay.
Jesus is just a fiction. Somebody created it to confuse people. But on the verge of dying, he realized that indeed Jesus is the savior.
Okay.
I heard from one guy and also made research about that. While Bob Marley too was on his sick bed, he was crying for Jesus to help him out.
Wow.
Not even highly civilized.
This has been usual on atheists. Okay, like all the atheists, all atheists, or all those that abnegated every idea about Jesus Christ, about religion, about God, and all that, they all mourn for God when dying. Yeah, so it's a great warning to Abraham Ben Moshe and co.
You see, look, we are in Ghana here. Before they go to meet their creator, they will confess Jesus. Nobody can escape.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody can escape it. And even sometimes in this world, people, because of popularity, they want to do certain things just to become popular.
Very true.
YouTube and Facebook. Maybe they try. Abraham Ben Moshe tried to. No, we are not dealing with Abraham Ben Moshe.
All right.
But he said he started with the churches. It didn't go well with him. So later, if the churches went well with him and he was making money, he thought he would come and be saying that Christianity is blah 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 blah.
Okay, so
this.
Okay, so we all are getting ourselves ready to go to Ethiopia, since so to be in Ethiopia is to be in heaven, right? Heaven on earth, is that's what they say. And so
I think many of the Rastafarians who are dead now, maybe their souls will be in Ethiopia.
Okay, so what makes you think this movement isn't going to help them, and why should a Rastafarian leave his movement or his religion for Christianity?
The advice I have for Rastafarians is that, please, Rastafarians, I know you might be angry, but I want to tell you this. Go and search on the internet. Bob Marley is your hero. Go and search. Did Bob Marley become a Christian before he died? Was Bob Marley baptized into any church before he died?
Okay.
11th May 1981, he became a Christian. He was baptized by Abuna Yushak.
Abuna
Yushak.
Okay, Abuna Yushak, right? Abuna. Okay.
Yes. So I encourage Rastafarians, go to the public libraries, search for these books, go to the internet, search for all these things, and you realize that even the hero who was praising Haile Selassie in his music, in debates, in his talks and everything, stopped following Haile Selassie and became a Christian. So
okay.
that you being there, you are just wasting your time.
Okay.
Jesus is the savior. Nobody can look. And the white men, the Bible that they brought during slavery is a different Bible.
Okay.
And we realize that we already have the Bible right now. And when we read it, whatever the Bible says is happening. Whatever the Bible said has happened. And when you trace the roots, you see that the Bible is authentic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, bro. And I think we will have to wrap up, but this is it. I would love to ask this final question, then we wrap up and we end it up here. May God richly bless you. You've taken us through a lot, and surely we've ascertained that Rastafarianism is a religion and it isn't a mere movement, and we've gotten to know that they don't believe in the heaven Christians has a belief in. They say Ethiopia is heaven, and we know for sure Ethiopia isn't an eternal place. It's actually going to be drained into chaosity, because even outside the Bible, according to the science of the first law of thermodynamics, both the first and the second laws of thermodynamics states that our universe awaits chaosity. That's everything, including the universe itself, is going to be destroyed. Thus, we need to seek for a place outside this universe, and that is heaven. That is the abode of the creator, or the maker of this universe, the maker of time and space. So if anybody has a belief in Ethiopia as being some heaven or something like that, that place is going to be destroyed. And the Bible also says it in 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 3 verse number 8 downwards. Yeah. So the Bible says that there's going to be a time our universe is going to be destroyed. You get that? So it does correspond to the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics. All we get to heat is affecting our universe, and surely there's going to be a time it's going to be exploded, including everything it has. So if you have a belief in Ethiopia as being your place of abode and order, so therefore everybody should travel all the way from wheresoever they are and be drained into Ethiopia for their safety or for salvation or blah blah blah. Seriously, Haile Selassie himself died. Okay, Ethiopia wasn't an eternal place for him. Okay, he's in the cemetery right now. He's dead and gone. Okay, he's not in heaven because he's not any deity, he's not any god. He died. Okay, so I think it's very good for you to say goodbye to Rastafarianism, because it isn't a movement that is actually going to help you make it to heaven, the actual heaven we're talking about here. Well, bro, your final stuffs about this and we leave.
All right. So whatever I want to say is a challenge.
Okay.
Please, we are not in here to condemn your movement or your religion. We are not in here to condemn your religion.
Sure.
We are in here to let you know what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
And whatever we have said, we need you also to go and make research about it.
That's nice.
Even it's written in the Bible, Acts chapter 17, verse 11.
Yeah.
When Paul was dealing with those in Berea.
Yeah.
Whenever Paul preaches to those in Berea, they set the scriptures to know whether what Paul is saying is true. But those in Thessalonica don't do that. So I want you to go and make research. I said go and make research about Polley being a Christian. Okay. And if you read and you discover that indeed he became a Christian, please don't waste your time. Yeah. Because it is appointed unto every man to die once, and after death, judgment. Very true. No black Jesus exists nowhere. Jesus is not black. Jesus is not white. Very true. Jesus was a Palestine, born and raised in Palestine, veterans around Palestine area there. So please, don't let anybody disturb you. Very true. Don't let anybody confuse you. Forget about the slavery. For the slavery, man, the white people, it's not all the white who enslave us. Very true. Few, and even some were fighting for our freedom. Yeah. So, okay, what about if 3 or 4 white does something wrong? Does it mean all the white people are wrong? No, that is fallacious logically. No. Yeah. So let's forget about. No, it hurt me when I watched slavery. It hurts me a lot. Okay. But the real Bible, when you read it, it's the God they are talking about, and it's not white who wrote the Bible. Peter, Paul, they are not white. They were not white. They were Jews. Yeah. Palestine, they were living in Jerusalem and those areas. Very true. So please don't confuse yourself with that. Very true. Very much. Very true. Very true. And one thing is okay, brother, upon Godwin. Yeah. Fire to you. May God richly bless you. May God richly bless you for commending it. And you know what, beloved, that was Brother Peter Polley for you. Surely he's taking us through a lot, and we've learned a lot. All we get to mean Christianity. What is it? Christianity is what actually
is going to give you the actual chance to meet up with God. You understand? Not Rastafarianism or Rastafarian movement. Okay, it isn't a movement. It isn't a mere movement. It's a religion. I'll be getting, because they have some rituals they perform for their deity, that is Haile Selassie. They call him Jah, that is Lord. You see, Jah Rastafari, that is Prince Tafari Makanen. I'll be getting him. He was a deity according to the Rastafarians, and he died. Okay, he died miserably. Let me put it that way. That's the reason Rastafarians tried their possible best to cover it up, and they just said that he just disappeared. But we all know for sure, if you know history, he didn't just disappear, but he was dead. He was put to death. He didn't even die a natural death. If he was a god, or if he was some deity, he wouldn't be put to death. I'll be getting with me. He even would know what was going to happen to him, and he would, I think, escape or disappear or something like that. But nothing like that happened. He died miserably. It just like what happened to the Koreans. They thought they were all gods and all that, and not until the Chinese people beat them and they got to know that they were not deities, they were not gods, they were human beings. I'll be getting with me. So surely we ended it up here, and we are saying Satan Baraba im no pay. Gawamitabot Satan Baraba im no pay. Jesus came for we to be saved. I'll be getting with me. If you want salvation, you have to link up to Jesus Christ, and surely He's going to take you to heaven. Heaven is an older place. No sin can enter there. We know for sure you say you are very holier people, and thus you cannot be holier than the Christian, because Christianity is the way. And there is nothing like white Jesus, black Jesus. Jesus Christ came for everybody. May God richly bless you. Greetings to you, Brother Biney, Mr. Peter Polley, yourself. I greet you, your wife, and everybody, all of Half-As Church of Christ. And also greetings to you, Uncle Sam, or Uncle Sam of Toronto, Canada, Ghana House, Mom Esther, Enimna de Samia Samoa, and also all of you under the comment section there. Nanaya for service and Nana Affair. May God richly bless you. Help with your subscriptions and also your likes and your comments as well. Make sure to share the program to all your loved ones. Mr. Upon Godwin, may God richly bless you for joining us on the Zoom program. Surely we're going to continue this in the next. What is it? And next week, God willing, we're going to continue this, and surely we're going to get a lot over here. May God richly bless you. Shall we meet up once again? Bye-bye.